So, Professor Piscatori, would you suggest several books in order to understand Muslim political theory?
Certainly. There are any number of books which have been written on aspects of it. Muslim writers, for example, on the idea of what they call the Islamic State. One of them is Muhammad Asad, who wrote a famous tafsir of the Quran. He wrote on state and government in Islam, which is quite good. It is a kind of what we would call as a kind of liberal modernist interpretation of it. The very best book, which is an overview, is Modern Islamic Political Thought by Hamid Inayat, who rather sadly died young. He was a professor at Oxford, and he himself was Iranian background, but the merit of this book is that he knew intimately the Arab and the Iranian side, and so it has both Sunni and Shi'i thinking in it. So it's very good. The earlier version of Islamic political thought is by the famous scholar Montgomery Watt, and it's called Islamic Political Thought. Right. I have it here somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is. And it's the kind of classic representation of it. He has a very clear argument that there is both a continuity and a discontinuity with the advent of Islam. Right. So political thought evolves from a kind of tribal Arabian context, but then develops because of the Ummah idea in Islam. So it's kind of an interesting idea, and he spends a lot of time talking about the caliphate. More controversial, and this is the dealing with medieval political thought, is Patricia Crone on God's Rule, Government in Islam. It's only controversial in this because of her prior work, really, which is that the early Islamic history is somewhat elusive. And therefore it's difficult to be able to say with certainty certain things that have been said in the past, particularly about the Quran. A two-volume work which would bring together many writings on political Islam is edited by Charles Kurtzman on modernist Islam and liberal Islam, and what they are translations of various pieces from writers on subjects such as ijtihad, justice, the state, etc. So they're all very important. And then just maybe finally, just to indicate that there has been a translation in English of the Ahkam as-Sultaniyya of Abul Hassan al-Muwardi, which is often seen as the classic exposition of Sunni political thought, and it's really about the sort of the high theory of the caliphate.
Right. So thank you, Professor, for your suggestions, and yeah, we would like to thank you again for the interview and the suggestions.
Well, thank you very much. As you can see, I like to talk about this subject.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.